A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Well, mostly in Minnesota and San Diego. No, not even San Diego. I think he moved up to Seattle. Anyway, there was these two guys who decided to do this podcast, and now, because they don't really have any time on their hands, but here we go! This review of Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back.
Yes! We're back! Quetzme, cut the audio!
Oh.
Okay, once again, thanks Peter Hollins and Lindsay Sterling for that awesome acapella melody. There we go.
Acapella.
No, not to be confused with Carmen, because I'm sorry, Carmen, but you suck.
Who's Carmen? Carmen Sandiego?
No, look up Carmen acapella after we're done here.
Acapella.
Okay, so, Quensby won the coin toss, as you know from watching the other parts, so he's going to talk about this movie. And I bet you, Bob, there will be fighting.
Yeah, there will be, because we have a debated idea. I am one of the few people, I guess, in this world who believe that this is one of the greatest coming-of-age stories. You know, it's the development of Luke Skywalker on his trying to be a Jedi. And also the battle between the Rebel Alliance and the Empire. This is a great development story about how to, just kind of how things are. And it's got a lot of good battles, not as a lot more than the first movie. It's got a lot of development between characters, the relationship between Leia and Han Solo, the introduction of a very beloved character, Yoda, and the first black man in the universe, in the Star Wars universe, Lando Calrissian.
Yes, because Billy D. Williams was the first black person ever in the universe.
Yeah, well, not in the Star Wars universe, first black person. I guess aliens don't count. See, Quensby
is speciesist.
I'm saying why can't there be black aliens? That's what I'm saying. I'm not specious. I'm pro black aliens. Technically, if Lando Calrissian is from Bespin, doesn't that make him alien? Or are human creatures just not aliens? It's just one of the confusing things. But there's a lot of stuff in this movie that I love. The introduction of Yoda, the idea that small things, like the idea that people aren't, or creatures aren't always what they seem. They can be more than what they are. That we shouldn't misjudge things. The fact that, I guess, people with misguided rules can be sexy, I guess. Plus, it has one of the best lines of sci-fi and love stories. I love you. I know. I know.
Or the Family Guy version.
Fuck you.
Fuck off.
Oh yeah, it was fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
love you. Fuck off.
It is one of the great coming of age stories. There's a lot of good tension in this film. The couple of things that are confusing are, of course, the cave scene between Luke Skywalker. Never really explained upon about what the symbology. For me, I actually liked it because it could be misinterpreted in many ways. And the thing about movies these days, they interpret them. A lot of people just go into it. But the old-fashioned movies, you are the one to interpret these things. That's what I like. You're the one who can interpret scenes and such as you will. I'm not saying, I'm not saying it's a bad scene at all. It is confusing for a lot of people, but I took it as a meaningful scene. But I'm not going to say my point of view because you might disagree. I will just say I have a perspective on what that scene meant. I'm not going to say it. If you want my opinion, you can ask me in the text. But I'm just saying it's a meaningful scene to me. My favorite scene, of course, is the first spoiler of all spoilers in sci-fi films. I am your father.
No, that's not true. That's impossible.
Suit your feelings. You know it to be true.
Okay. So, I think we're good as far as Quensby's thoughts. Now let's get to mine. Oh, this film. To me, you know, this film has a lot of great, this is almost kind of episode 2 level for me. A lot of good ideas, but nothing really happens. Like, okay, well, we go to Cloud City, we meet Lando Calrissian. Do we learn anything about him or his backstory, or even where Han Solo came from? Kind of, maybe a few details, but nothing happens. We see Boba Fett standing in the background. Yep. They go to the dining room. Darth Vader captures them basically instantly. Then Han Solo is frozen and taken away.
And at least on the cliffhanger of all cliffhangers, where'd you next? And actually, there is a good point that's brought out in the second movie of Star Wars.
Something Dark said.
Yeah, something that Lando Calrissian dresses up like Han Solo. Still no. Yeah, I agree with Seth MacFarlane's comment that it is kind of really weird. It's not explained why. It's just, I think it's because they're both smugglers and they both.
But are they both smugglers?
Well, Lando Calrissian was like Han Solo when they met. They met in a similar place. He was the one who originally owned the Millennium Falcon, so I assume they had a similar background in smuggling. So they become.
And what the heck is Lando Calrissian? Is he the mayor? Is he just some random guy?
It's explained that he is the leader of Cloud City. I can't remember. Maybe you can post in the comments if it's explained. Maybe in the books or something that his actual position. But he's not a political man. He explains in the movie that he's not. Politics aren't really his thing. That it just. But he does have to deal with the difficulties of dealing with Bespin. So it's like kind of a forced position on him that he chose, I guess.
Yeah, okay. And I'm so glad you brought that scene up, Quinsby.
Yeah?
What in the heck is with that forest scene? Because it's not explained. Because even if I'm going to go for the interpretation that Luke is facing his inner demon, like he might be like Darth Vader or something like that, he never, like, it doesn't seem like he learns anything. It's not like, well, now I'm, he doesn't even say, like, now I'm ready to face Vader, or something. It's just, it's pointless. It literally brings the movie to a crawl. It's just like, what? Was there a lesson? What was going on? Was Darth Vader screwing with Luke's head? Was it real? Did Luke get high on swamp fumes? It's never explained before he does it, and it's never brought up again. It's like, what was the point of that? And, like, so, the thing that bugs me the most about this film is Luke has a lot of development, but Leia and the other group really don't.
I do have an answer to your question. What is the meaning of it? It's kind of the same of another movie.
Turn it off! Turn it off! Oh crap!
What?
No!
It's a soundbite. It's not actual.
Hopefully we don't get taken down for copyright.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't just screw up everything. But even if we were going for the Inception excuse, what the heck was the point? What did it add to the story? Like, why was that moment kept in instead of cut? What did it do? It didn't advance the characters. It didn't. I mean, I guess there was symbolism in it.
That Yoda is disappointed. It sounds like he's disappointed in him after the event. Like you just hear him sigh afterwards.
Maybe the point was he wasn't supposed to kill Vader. But
maybe that he wasn't even supposed to confront him yet.
Well, why doesn't Yoda say, You should confront Darth Vader. You know, okay, now this is just a canon thing. What happened to Yoda? Why did he go loopy on Dagobah?
I think, well, I don't know.
I mean, he's like, ooh, look, chocolate bar.
I think it because the wild got to him, I think. Because he is in a wildlife place of monsters and stuff. I think he became a creature of the Dagobah system itself.
Yeah, like, there are just so many things with Empire Strikes Back that, just take me out of the movie.
Take me out of the Star Wars.
Yeah, well, like Han Solo being captured so easily.
He chose to be captured, I think.
Did he?
Well, I mean, like, he accepted the consequence, I think.
Well, no, because it was just like, pew, 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 gun, take it away, and now you're carbonite. I don't know. I always thought, Han Solo would, like, have a detonator or some kind of plan. And, like, why did Luke not tell his friends he was going to the Dagobah system? Why the heck, how did Darth Vader know Luke was going to be there? How did Darth Vader know that Han and Leia were there?
I think he knew about them because they were part of that. Luke and the other two were part of the Rebel Alliance.
Well, no, but I'm saying how did Darth Vader know they'd be at Cloud City?
If you watch like extra scenes and stuff, Boba Fett follows them, and he's the one who reports that to Darth Vader.
Okay, because I'm like, and the thing is, if they came after Han and Leia,
yeah,
don't you think they could tell? If Darth Vader.
Well, the slave one is actually quite known for stealth and like maneuvering and stuff to keep out of sight.
What's maneuverable?
The slave one, that's slave 2, I think. That's Boba Fett's ship.
Okay, well, but see, that's my point. It's never clear how they get there or why they are there in the first place.
Yeah. Oh, why they went to Bespin?
No, not Luke, not Han and Leia, the Empire.
Why they went to Bespin?
Yeah.
Well, if you actually watch the movie again, he hires a bunch of.
Yeah, I know he hires bounty hunters,
and
but
one of them was Boba Fett, who followed the Millennium Falcon to.
Do we see him follow it?
Yes, it's right after the trash scene.
The what?
Where the trash, where he deploys himself and floats away, to go to while they're scheduling themselves to go to Bespin.
Okay.
So yeah, you kind of missed a bit.
Yeah, I must have missed that because I that's always something that's bugged me. It's like, hi, I'm Darth Vader. I'm here to be in your movie.
No, Darth Vader was always supposed to be in the movies.
I know. I'm saying we don't see Darth Vader for a long time, and then as soon as Han walks through a door, he's like standing there, like, hello, villain of the movie.
He's been following him.
Yeah, but at least to me, that was never made clear.
There's a I'm a reader of the extended universe, even the comic books that kind of delve into introspective. There was this big comic book collection, some of the different scenes and stuff. One of them was when C-3PO is dismantled and appears in Darth Vader finds him and looks at it with just this memory of C-3PO, but he returns it back to them. But it's kind of it's an interesting scene, just an interesting comic to read. Just the memory of him finding C-3PO. It has like flashbacks and stuff, and it's kind of heart-wrenching.
Yeah, well, and another thing I felt that was wasted in the movie.
Yeah.
Was time to explain about the Force. Explain about the Jedi.
Yeah.
I mean, Yoda could have had this scene where he's like, being a Jedi was a proud thing. You know, we existed for thousands of years, and we were the keepers of justice and peace throughout the galaxy.
I think, yeah, it's kind of like, to me, I view that scene sort of the way I view the Cell scene in Dark Knight Rises. I really wanted to see more of that, you know?
The self scene?
Where Bruce Wayne's stuck in the pit.
Oh, you wanted to see more of the...
Yeah, like him suffering, Sims, and all that kind of... It's like stuff I'd want to see more of. Like, just so it feels longer, you know?
Yeah, well, and you've obviously seen something Dark Side.
Yeah.
Luke at the very end of that, or Chris as Luke, is like, that's how it ends?
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy crap, Family Guy captured my exact emotions.
Yeah, but I love the Back to the Future reference. Like, the old man's alive! I mean, he's in the Old West, but he's alive! That's another sci-fi movie I'd love to discuss at another time.
Oh, we can, definitely.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess for me, Empire Strikes Back gets 5.5 Death Stars.
Well, I'm going to say because it's a great coming-of-age story, really great, a lot of good battle sequences, a lot of good character development, in my opinion. The only
real character development I really see is at the very end when Darth Vader reveals he's Luke's father.
Oh, that's just mean. But I'd say...
What character development do you see?
The relationship between Leia and
they
Han.
get like 2 seconds of screen time in that movie.
Really? That's what you're going to say?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go and record the actual scenes and say how much the screen time is, or are you just?
Well, no, I didn't mean actual 2 seconds.
No, okay, all right, no, let's do this.
Okay, there's that
Not
part.
Seconds, you dumb. All right, and I love the battle sequences. I love the AT-ATs. I love the Hoth battle sequences. So I'm going to say 8 out of 10.
Okay, and speaking of the giant AT-ATs, okay, so what? Did the Empire just have, like, these giant cranes that brought these things in?
It's a good question. I never found that out. I think they're, like, flight ships that came down and dropped them.
Oh, and then...
Yeah, like, because if you see in the movie, there's, like, these flight ships that come down. And I think they deployed them on entry.
And... So, and also, since you seem to be you know more about this stuff in this movie than I do, where was the original rendezvous point?
What do you mean?
Were Luke, Leia, and Han supposed to go to Cloud City? Like, was that their final destination? I'm pretty sure it's never explained what the rendezvous point is, but it's always known that there's always a backup plan when it comes to Rebel Alliance. If Hoth fails, we'll go here. Then why did they go to Cloud City?
If Dantooine doesn't work, we'll go to there. You know, it's just like I'm pretty sure if you read the extended, I'm pretty sure they probably have something, but no, it's never explained what the actual rendezvous point is, and the only reason that Luke knew about Bespin is because he sensed it in the Force.
Yeah. Well, because what I'm saying is the whole timeline of Empire is kind of skewed for me.
It is. It's very obscure, but
like how long were they in Cloud City versus how long was Luke training?
Those are good questions.
Like did Yoda just put himself on Luke's back? You know, Luke jumps around.
It's continuous in Dagobah, so it's really hard to determine the day and night there.
Well, no, I'm not saying that, but I'm like, what did Yoda just go on his back? Luke jump around. He go into that weird forest, and then it's like, oh wait, I'll continue my training later. I gotta save my friends. You know, was that a day?
I think
2 days, a week. Month.
The only determination of the length of the days and stuff are in the pre-scrolling, like in the scrolls and the scroll text in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's how we get our. That's the only way. Otherwise, it's up to the viewer, I think, to determine the time of these sequences. This is part of the classic. I'm pretty sure he doesn't hate this movie because it is part of the classic trilogy. So we're sorry if he offended any of you who, like me, enjoyed this film.
I don't hate this movie at all. It's just...
I don't like you do.
I don't. It's just one of those where it's like, I guess I hate it kind of because how people say it's like the best one ever, when it's clearly not.
I'm not saying it's the best Star Wars ever. I've already said the best Star Wars to me is the original. And to me, this is a...
Well, a lot of people would say Empire Strikes Back is the best.
Well, no.
I just don't see it.
Well, I didn't say that, so don't get mad, okay? Don't blame me or anything.
I'm not.
Okay, don't get mad. So I would say this is a good development story. It's good time killer, I'd say. But it's not a good. If you're looking for a conclusion movie or anything like that, certainly not that. It's quite a cliffhanger. But we'll discuss the next movie because I find that the next movie has a lot of good characters, a lot of good battle sequences, and a lot of good just twists and everything. That are worth discussing, and we'll get to there. But but in total, we have 13 out of 20 Death Stars in total, and I guess we'll see you in the next review.
Okay, bye guys.